Have you guys ever seen that video? It's like from the Swedish version of American Idol, or whatever idol came first. He like wraps the freaking arms around his head. Whatever. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today I'm showing you a heavy lower body workout. This was I don't want to say a quick one, but I took a week off from lifting. Yep, that's my full conjugate system. You want to check it out? Description is in, the link is in the description. It's been selling a lot lately. I very much appreciate those of you that have purchased it. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. Leave a review for me so I can put it on my product page, help others know it is legit. But I am starting off here. This is just like a get back into it workout. Okay. Sometimes you need these. So I work up to, I'm not necessarily going to call it a 3 rep max. Let's call it a top 3. And that's what you need. That's the approach you need to have sometimes when going for these heavy lifts, because it's like a 3 rep maximum indicates that that's the highest amount of weight that you can push for 3 reps. Now, when most people hear that, they think of a 3 rep maximum thinking that's your best all time, your best set of 3 all time. And that's not the case. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a heavy set of 3, or the heaviest set of 3 that you can get for that day. Now, this camber bar, for those of you that don't know, weighs actually 85 pounds. It's a beefy one. Beefy, beefy, beefy. Give me some of that beef like Arby's, baby. And what it does is it allows you to have this unique hand position. Here's my top set. This is 375 or 380. I can't remember. So it's 335 plus an extra 40. Yeah, so it's 375. And what I'm trying to do on my box squats now is really have that sit down at the bottom. A lot of you were mentioning that I kind of don't spend as much time as I should at the bottom, and I've taken that criticism and I've realized that that does make a big difference when popping off the box. So thank you for those couple of subscribers that pointed that out. I thought I was pausing long enough, but then I reviewed some video footage and I was like, yeah, I definitely can stay there a little while. This move smokes the posterior chain, even with a lightweight such as 135. I haven't done these, I'm gonna say, in months, many months, maybe half a year, because I've been focusing on other exercises. But it definitely needs to show itself in the rotation every once in a while. I would like to go heavier on these. They're not really Zercher Jefferson curls. As you can see, there's still a bend in my leg. They're just basically Zercher good mornings. I think it's a money lift, especially if you are into, I would honestly say football players can even benefit from this lift, but more so specifically jiu-jitsu, wrestling, I guess maybe not so much judo because it's not like twisting, but any type of grappling sport, or anyone. As you can see, it really emphasizes the upper back, or maybe it's just because I'm so jacked, baby, but it really emphasizes the upper back just because of the bar position. And you get a hell of a lot more range of motion. And don't worry about the rounding of the spine. Think of the rounding of your back muscles to be like the lengthening of the muscles. So you wouldn't complain that you're lengthening your biceps or your triceps or your chest. So don't worry about this. And what I suggest, only go as low as your mobility allows you. So I'm about 2, maybe 3 inches off the floor there. I would eventually like to tap, but it's not that big of a deal. So I went back and forth and I supersetted neck. Every once in a while, I will show you my neck. It's most likely going to be supersetted unless I have the benefit of doing it on an off day. Then it's going to be its own little exercise. If you'd like to know how to program neck, once again, look in the description. That's my ebook right there. Get rid of that pencil neck ASAP, boys. It's 2025. God, I hate the way I said that. But This is a 45-pound plate with a 15-pound bumper, so it's 60 pounds all together. And I'm just doing sets of anywhere from 25 to 50, then jumping right back into these Urger deadlifts. Then my main and really only assistance exercise today was for the hamstrings. The Zercher deadlifts are going to hit your hamstrings, and then these are also obviously going to hit your hamstrings, but in two different ways. This is more of a curling knee flexion fashion, as I have to like kind of pull the seated pad. That's the only thing I don't like about the setup I have, is I have to kind of tinker with it and find the optimal setup when it comes to the distance and all that. Whereas a regular glute ham raise, sure, be more expensive and take up more room, but it would always be in the same spot each time. However, with that being said, I prefer my option rather than taking up more space, having it be more expensive, all that stuff. So I really do like my setup, and I know a lot of you have mentioned it. Unfortunately, this pad is discontinued, so sucks for you. Sorry. And then, so 2 sets of 15. Nothing crazy. 2 sets of 15. Unless you're really trying to hammer work capacity. So you're going to be doing, and that's in my GPP book or conditioning book, you're going to be doing more sets, less reps per set, and staying further from failure. And you're going to have lower rest periods. So the amount of overall reps you do might be the same. Or you can do the approach, which I prefer most of the time, unless I'm really trying to hammer my conditioning and get my work capacity up for lifts or muscle groups or whatever. I prefer you just do 2 sets, maybe 3, but I'd rather you do 2 hard sets of an exercise to where you're getting pretty damn close to failure. And then calf raises. This was like my, I guess, not necessarily show muscle. It is a go muscle as well. But honestly, someone mentioned this, why don't you put your feet on something? And I was like, how much difference can it make? However, I'm not putting my foot on something to get extra range of motion. By having my heels completely off the ground, I found, and I feel like an idiot for not knowing this, that my calves were engaged throughout the whole lift. Because when I put them back on the floor that's flat, they kind of turn off, and I'm really getting only an concentric motion. Now, this is something I literally just made up. You rotate with the bar. This had very therapeutic, but it was more like a methodical twisting. It's not like super explosive. So right happens right here when you have to reverse. That's when the magic happens. That's when you feel all the muscles of your core activate, and even a little bit more so in your hips as well. So I don't even know what to call these in my log. I just have them under squat rotations. And I liked it. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done this exercise before. I thought it was pretty cool. It wasn't, like I said, super explosive. And the weight is not like resisting me, but it's just like that reversal motion is where, and it's very unique because you don't really get that with like Russian twists or landmine twists or whatever they're called. This had a unique feel all to itself. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. But that's all for this workout, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked it. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, have yourself a great day.